Sometimes saying no to a legendary moment can reveal far more about an artist's character than simply showing up. That's exactly what happened when Robert Plant, iconic frontman of Led Zeppelin, recently pulled back the curtain on why he turned down an invitation to one of rock's biggest recent reunions, Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath's monumental Back to the Beginning farewell concert. But here's where the story takes a surprising turn. Plant wasn't just too busy, and he certainly didn't harbor any animosity. In fact, following Ozzy Osbourne's passing at age 76 last month, fans and fellow musicians teemed with emotion, celebrating the life and legacy of heavy metal's Prince of Darkness. Ozzy's swan song, played before a crowd of around 40,000 at Birmingham's Villa Park, drew rock royalty from all corners of the globe. Yet, Plant's name was notably absent from the guest list, and not for the reasons many might assume. In a candid interview with Mojo magazine, Plant set the record straight. Yes, Tony Iommi, Black Sabbath guitarist and rock luminary, personally invited him. No, it wasn't about sharing the stage, just being there to witness history. Plant declined, but not out of disrespect. Rather, he spoke passionately about his current musical pursuit with his group, Saving Grace, and why these intimate shows hold his attention in ways stadium gigs no longer can. He explained that after decades of performing at historic events, from Live Aid to the O2 Arena, even to the White House for President Obama, he felt both honored and beatified. But there came a point where chasing large-scale spectacle lost its appeal. And this is the part most people miss. Plant mused with characteristic wit. We have to be careful that Saving Grace stays closer to Burt Jansch than Axl Rose. In other words, he now gravitates toward authenticity in smaller venues, settings where creativity thrives and every performance can feel both spontaneous and personal. He went on, comparing giant stadium gigs to doing the football stadium with some old mates. The magic, he insists, is in the freedom of smaller, riskier settings, venues where it's not the end of the world if tickets don't sell, and the band can play with an unburdened experimental spirit. For Plant, this is a refreshing contrast, a form of liberation, to the pressure and predictability of megashows packed with industry heavyweights and lifelong friends. So what stopped him from joining the parade of legends at the Sabbath farewell? In Plant's own words, he told Iommi, "Tony, I'd love to come, but I can't. I just can't. I'm not saying I'd rather hang out with Peter Gabriel or Youssou N'Dour, but I don't know anything about what's going on in that world now, at all. I don't decry it. I've got nothing against it. It's just I found these other places that are so rich." It's a sentiment bound to stir debate. Was Plant right to distance himself from his peers and a night that became a piece of music history? Or did he miss a once-in-a-lifetime chance to celebrate with one of rock's greatest bands? Isn't bold reinvention, even in later career stages, what keeps music alive and vibrant? Or is there a sense of duty, perhaps even nostalgia, that overrides an artist's personal journey? Plant, for his part, channels his energy toward new horizons. Saving Grace is set to embark on a major run, with concerts planned in cities like New York, Vancouver, Chicago, Los Angeles, and a string of intimate London performances. Here, he says, the preference for smaller, laissez-faire venues allows him to feel truly free and unburdened by the expectations that come with legendary status. Touchingly, after Ozzy's passing, Plant was among the first to pay tribute, acknowledging Osbourne's profound and lasting impact on the entire rock landscape. Meanwhile, Ozzy's memory lives on, not only in tributes and flowers meticulously preserved in Birmingham by Central Bid, but also in an ongoing exhibition, Ozzy Osbourne Working Class Hero, at the Birmingham Museum Art Gallery, extended through January 2026 due to overwhelming public enthusiasm. Even a feature film chronicling Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne's lives is brewing at Sony Pictures, with a director yet to be selected. And here's a point sure to ignite conversation. Was Plant making a wise, principled stand for artistic independence, resisting the lure of nostalgia and mass adoration? Or did he miss the chance to guard a fellow legend's legacy in front of millions? Where do you stand? Should artists honor their roots at every opportunity, or should they always pursue the paths that ignite new creative fires? Let's hear your hot takes. Agree or disagree? Drop your thoughts in the comments and join the debate.